article, any paper written about HEX crypto, the one we're looking for, should mention Richard Hart. So now we do Richard Hart. Now this should be probably the canonical baseline, easy way to find all the stuff that is PDFs about HEX crypto because it mentions Richard Hart. We know if they mention Richard Hart, they're not talking about HEX, other products and stuff like that. Yeah, here we go. Here's Sins too. Y'all don't know, PulseChain Sacrifice enabled $27 million to get donated for charity. People got credit for that in Sacrifice for doing that. So now they even, Control F, Richard Hart. Interesting. This is September this year, a paper from Sins talking about thanking Richard, looks like. Boom. Anyways, I want to give you an idea of like how to do some, I guess, hardcore group. To me, it's like I've been doing it for so long, it just comes natural. But I really think, I hope this is helpful for people who don't know all these different shortcuts and tips and stuff like that. So T-Rex, I remember, look at the second thing, that's Richard. Exactly. I know that's why I'm trying to do this as someone who knows a little bit how to search, but also wants to compare some different things that's going on with HEX and different source of information that we come across doing it. So is HEX the greatest crypto ever? Is the greatest scam ever? Like, what do people see when they actually go and search out there? That's what I'm looking for. What's up, Richard? I mean, we could see some interesting markets up and down for HEX. So I wish that whale would stop or get finished selling one of those, so we could have a chance to go back up. Hey, PulseChain launches. Some people believe there'll be a mini bull run. It's very possible to have a mini bull run in HEX. And does that get rid of all the whale that's currently dumping coins? Could be. They could just eat right through it. So anyways, that's one way to do that part. You can find articles. Now, if we just do, okay, so if we do HEX crypto, does it even say anything about Richard on HEX crypto? Scrolling. Love how does that actually, so capital.com has Richard's real name. I wonder if that was like, they're like trolling him or what. Because in CoinMarketCap, does it say, what's it say? I never go to CoinMarketCap, by the way, anymore. I always go to Nomics when I'm looking for like basic crypto info. Richard Hart. Capital.com. You guys are, I wonder if somebody at Capital.com doesn't like HEX and stuff, and they're even more gatekeeping. I mean, it's not really gatekeeping. It's just like, nobody's going to use his name like that unless they're, I don't know, maybe they're just trying to be sued. I guess I could API, assume positive intent. Maybe, oh, actually, this is just an article. Okay, I looked like a coin ranking site for a second. This is an article. So, I mean, still, they know his preferred name is Richard Hart. When I see Richard Schuler, of course, it's his real name. Nothing wrong with that. But a lot of the articles that say that, they try to play on this, oh, it's shady because he doesn't use his real name. It's like, there's all kinds of people don't use their real name on the internet. Tons of famous people. So, jeez, come on. Look at the paywall. By the way, there's a great website. What is the name of that website? Get you past paywall. See, okay, if I'm looking for the website I can't remember the name of to get me past the paywall, get past paywall. It's like ladder or something like that. Yeah, 12-foot ladder. There we go. That's the first thing I think of for keywords. I try to break things down into keywords of things I remember and also what it does. So that seems like one of the easiest way to do that. So, or the most effective ways to get this information. So let's take something that, let's see, is it trying to, I want to show you something that will eventually block it. Anyways, you can use 12-foot ladder if there's some, I don't know, we got, what was it, like New York Times. Anyways, it's not really that relevant, but if there's some paywall thing, you can use 12-foot ladder. I'm just going to drop it in the chat because it's a pretty cool website. Share the link, by the way. Anyone who wants to learn how to Google real good and get that HEX firsthand experience, that's what we're doing for everyone who joined. We are trying to look through and search for things about HEX that would inform the person who doesn't know much about it when they're trying to do research. So you could replace HEX for any other coin you're trying to research. A lot of these techniques will apply to that too. So this is just trying to show you how I do research. I feel like I can do pretty good research because I have a lot of practice at it. So that's what I'm trying to share. So yeah, I don't see a lot of it. Don't say Richard on here. So I'm trying to think, how would they? I guess the next step, they'd probably go to hex.com. And then once they go to hex.com, okay. I mean, when I got on the website, it looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks way different. Ooh, I'll show you guys another cool thing. Wayback Machine. We get to see what hex.com looked like way back. If I type in the name of the website correctly, apparently it's not wayback.com. Glad that wasn't some other crazy Wayback Machine. Oh, just the regular. By the way, why I use Google? Because I love privacy and I want to use DuckDuckGo, but it does not give me good search results. Sorry, I wish it was better. I would want to use it. I want to use it, but I literally turned it on for a while as my default search engine because I prefer Google does ingest my data with everything I think and want to look up. But I can't get the results. I know the quality of the results is just not it's not giving me, like, the purpose of the search engine is for me to guess at how to say what I'm looking for and it to give me the best quality results as possible. And Google blows everything out of the water. And I wish that wasn't true. I wish there was a privacy conserving website I could use that would do that. But Brave search by default, not very good. DuckDuckGo, not very good. I love all the privacy products, but when I'm serious about searching for something, I have to use Google. It's unfortunate, but anyways, hex.com. If you want to see what a website looked like a long time ago, you can browse the history with Wayback Machine because most websites at least, it's 2006. I wonder what hex.com really used to be. That'd be a cool history lesson, wouldn't it? Let me just pick one. I'm just going to pick one. Back in 2008, what did the original hex.com? It used to be some Finnish securities. So it used to be a financial website. That's cool. Well, I'm glad we're keeping with it. So yeah, you can see what hex.com was in 2000. What is that? 2006, 2006 is probably. So you can see the trends too. I mean, could be like the same website, could be different. You see these look like we know what this is. We know this is the current one. Anyways, let's look at the 2019 one. January. Oops. See what Hex looked like in. Okay, was it like a Chinese deal? So did Richard buy it off a Chinese crypto thing? That's interesting. I love learning all this history. So I love history anyways. I really enjoy putting these pieces together because it helps you understand. You understand history. A lot of people, you could still man it by saying it helps you understand how the world works and what happened, but you could also straw man it and say it already happened. It doesn't matter anymore. The present and future is going to be different, blah, blah, blah. I think understand history to learn. What's the phrase? Learn the past, understand the past to understand the future. Something like that. I don't know. I think there's some counter arguments too. But anyways, I enjoy history stuff. So apparently Hex used to be some Chinese crypto thing. That was in 2019. I don't know when Richard acquired it. We're going to find out because I'm going to go to August. Nope, still that thing. So let's go to 2020. I know it had to be 2020. Yeah, I wonder what these bubbles are. They multiple snapshots? Are they like hot zones? Okay, August it had to be because December was launch. So hold on. No, we launched in 2019. December 2nd, 2019. Wow. Okay, now we're looking at this. I think I remember this. I remember the whole thing in the background. I remember this. I remember saying, "Oh, that looks pretty cool." Yeah, because he had all the like the inline videos and stuff. This is impressive. I mean, for the old days, this is impressive. I like this. I like this a lot. I'll say hi. I'm just going back and forth on the chat. Biggest confirmation. Yeah, we're gonna get to the YouTube. Yep, we're getting there, T-Rex. That's a great point. From X and East skins. I love it. Just, I can't post many of Sniff's comments, but sometimes if I can't post them, I laugh at them. Either way, that's actually a very tame one. Thank you, Sniff. What's up, Winter Bull? How's it going, man? So again, for people who are just watching, we keep doubling in watchers because I don't know. I think this is interesting. So we're just going through what people see when they Google for HEX, and going through right now. We're on Wayback Machine. We get to see what hex.com website looked like in 2020, early 2020, and we just saw some other interesting stuff. We'll go to 2021 real quick, and then we'll move on because yeah, YouTube's a good. Eventually, I'm going to click on the video tabs. I'm trying to think what other people would do. Oh, let me see some media on them, right? But just while we're here, I'll go through a quick history. We get to see a quick history lesson while we're here too. I think it's fun. Yeah, man, nostalgia. It's you got to be careful. Like I said, history can kind of consume you, and you can just learn a bunch of stuff that's not very useful and actionable. But at the same time, something about it feels good too. Maybe that's our primitive human instinct of just loving stories and loving narratives and loving understanding why things are the way they are. Oh, it's not loading. Let's see. Let's do this one. Not going to be a very long stream either because come on, please load so I can show people. Doesn't seem to be wanting to load. Anyways, okay. I'll just drop this in the chat and you guys can. What's up, Nate? Yeah, smash those buttons, everyone. Nate says so. Yeah, Winter Bull, monetary history. That's true. That's true. It's not loading right now, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but if you go to that link, you can click through all the hex.com stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Kind of what it looks like now. I mean, before. And then, so that's what it looks like now. Look at that diamond. Oh, beautiful diamond. Beautiful diamond. Gorgeous. Gorgeous diamond. Yeah, you got the NASCAR. Got the, should put the not Formula One, but the not GTA. God, I just interviewed these guys. They're awesome for the UK Hexicans that are racing. Gran Turismo, GT racers over there in Great Britain, who I really want to go see. I want to go hang out with them this coming summer, if at all possible. I'd like to make it over there and hang out. So anyways, I'm a new person looking up HEX. Look through the website. I see at the bottom, there's a Telegram. If I'm Telegram curious, I'll click that link and I'll go there. And I'm not going to click on it right now, but that Telegram is pretty big. I almost think maybe we should have a, would I get overwhelmed if I'm new to HEX on the Telegram? Should we have like a entry point that's like new to HEX or something like that, where it's kind of like a landing Telegram? And then we say, okay, if you want to go to like the big Telegram, go there. But like otherwise, land here. And then there's like people there to help you get started instead of just see, that takes away from the numbers game, because in Telegram too, I understand like you want to get as many numbers as possible. And of course, sending everyone to this Telegram pumps those numbers up. We want that. But yeah, I guess that would probably, you got to prioritize. You can have ideals. And you can have good ideals, and you got to pick which one. If you can only do one, you got to pick the best one that's going to have the biggest impact. And yeah, I could see getting our numbers up in Telegram every opportunity possible. Probably be good. Although there is news, I guess you could click around HEX memes. People. I'm trying to think who that's for. Like, is there people who just love memes who would just click on that instead of clicking on these? I guess HEX trading. And now see, there's YouTube, there's Instagram. Okay, we got all the I love all the little hex icons there. That's cool. Whoever did that, good job. I like that. It makes everything everything is HEX, right? Everything is just Even all the buttons, see, it's just little subtle things. All the buttons are hex. It just makes it look like one vertically integrated ecosystem. Look at that price, 3 cents. Used to be 40. Did I say 40? 40, 50. And maybe it'll return one day. Who knows? It seems like cycles, you know, when there's better cycles, price go up. And when there's worse cycles, price go down. So 1 + 1 equals maybe price go up again one day. Who knows? Who would dare even think that, right? So I'm going to click on the YouTube. Hex Combat Man, I do not know. We are full into hex on this one, bro. Full into hex. Did I hear bottom? I admit to being a butt man. Nice picture. I should probably read these before I mean, not that that's inappropriate or anything. It's pretty funny, but Sniff says, how many Twitter spaces are you done last week? Man, I want to say 3, at least 3 or 4 that I'm aware of. That's a good point, Sniff. Would they see him on Twitter? That's another thing. You know, I'm conflicted on Twitter spaces. I know it's a good idea for him to get exposure to all the people on crypto Twitter and all the, I mean, wasn't Elon on one of those the other day? And Kim.com and a bunch of other just extremely popular people for one reason or another. But, you know, you get the live chat on YouTube, you know, Twitter spaces is kind of it's just for that crowd, but it totally works. And I'm totally glad it's happening. It's just kind of that entry point of you need to have Twitter, and a lot of people don't have Twitter. Lots of people. I know it's when you have Twitter and use it every day, you're like, whoa, how could that be possible? You know, people have Twitter, but they don't. So how can they get access to see Richard on there unless, you know, they're just on Twitter, which apparently there's plenty of people to do that because he's getting a lot of followers. So touche. 149K. I remember when Richard, I said this in a video the other day. I remember when I was watching a live stream of him 5 years ago or so. And he's like, oh, well, I've got like 5K subs. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. K appreciation. Beautiful. Crypto Coffee's number 2. Interesting. So when you go to hex.com, if you're a really good streamer or very popular streamer, you got those subs, you get to be I don't know if you can arrange them to be featured channels or they show up because of the subs and like they do the correlation. But incentive and motivation to be a really good hex streamer because you can be featured on only 2.25 on Hex Crypto. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm subscribed on Hex Crypto. I didn't even know that was a channel. See, here's the thing. I'm glad that this is an entry page to here, but shouldn't on the front page, shouldn't that be Richard Hart channel, I guess? Or maybe there's a strategy to not have that. Interesting. Oh, that's Twitter for the highest of stakes, so. That's Twitter for Hex Crypto. Let's click on that for a second. Let's click on that. And again, channel ourselves back into new person, just learning this stuff. And what do we see when we click on Hex Crypto? We see, I might do the paywall thing on this because I'm pretty sure it's going to be like, you got to sign in. First thing I see is 40% APY and 38.66 price in 5 days. Well, that immediately is like, makes me think passive income. Wow, that's a lot. I don't even really think about what my bank gives me at that point. I just see 40% APY and think, that seems like some way I can make some money. That's what I think. When I'm trying to distance myself as much as possible of like not being in the ecosystem for the last 6 or 7 years, not following Richard for the last 6 years, and being in Hex since day one. I'm trying to push that away and just think, what do I see? I see 80K followers, and I'm like, okay, legit. If you got over 10, 20K, you're probably a legit organization of some sort. And I see 40%. I'm like, I can make money. That's what it says to me. I can make money. And it went up a lot. And the first thing I think is, again, trying to channel my new person here. I think it went up a lot. That's a successful project. What is it up now? That's the next thing I think. What is the price actually going on now? So if I just go to Google, you can search for it here. I just type it in because I want everyone to follow along. I type HEX price. Worst takes me coin market cap. And I'm like 202. That's weird because I mean, not that I guess it depends on if I have much knowledge of what market caps are and what the other market caps are at this time and all this stuff. But I go down here and I see, oh, okay, it's up and down. And then I'm like, okay, the monthly chart, whoa, it's down to the month, 3 months. Okay, it's kind of up and down a little bit. 1 year. And I'm like, oh, wow, big dip. But isn't all crypto down right now? And then I click log and I'm like, let me see it all the time. And I'm like, whoa, 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 cool. Nice. That looks like a successful project. Yeah, right. Pretty cool, right? And then I'm like, oh, where do they sell this thing? Is that at markets? Or actually, I probably wouldn't do that now. I mean, maybe if I'm down that rabbit hole, where I'd be like, heck, buy crypto HEX. And then, wow, that's actually pretty good. The first result is Coinbase. So if I know anything about crypto, I know Coinbase, in my mind, as a person looking for crypto stuff, Coinbase legitimizes the entire thing when I see I can buy. Coinbase is talking about buying HEX. Wow. Coinbase has an actual link right there. And when you click buy HEX, can you actually buy HEX with Coinbase? Maybe you got Coinbase Pro or something. Interesting. How does that? I need to look at chat every once in a while. I will look back here in a second, but I'm just you got me going down the rabbit hole here. Surely, man, I don't know. Well, at least from a newcomer, it looks like you could buy it from there. At least for a newcomer. Maybe they just redirect you or say, oh, it's not available right now. But at least for a newcomer, it certainly looks that way. All right, going back to chat. Yeah, they are on fire. I'm glad they're happening. I'm glad we're hitting, because again, not everyone has Twitter, but the people who do seem to be tuning in. So that's really good stuff. What's up, Benny Blanco? I haven't seen you for a while, man. Good to see you. Or maybe you've been here. I just chat. Once I get quite a few people in the chat, it's hard for me. Oh my God. House Donner has arrived. You're not part of the Donner party, are you? Probably not that Donner. Currently mostly monthly chart. Yeah, that's actually, is that what a lot of people look at? That could be a thing too. Let's see. Sloth says you can do imbalance swap for. Oh, okay, that's cool. So Coinbase technically supports HEX, right? In that way, if you can do a swap, if they facilitate a swap, I'm sure using a third party, but don't think a new person understand buy things. Yeah, and they're not going to click log either, right? So I did click the magic button. I don't know. Let's see. Let's look at the overview again. Let's do that. Yeah, I mean, they're going to see. But I think, okay, what else are they going to do? They're going to go look at tokens maybe, and they're going to, oh God, can you go away? I don't care. Just whatever button means, whatever. I can't even see it, man, because, God. Can't even see it because the screen wasn't even that wide. I mean, they're going to look at, oh, what else is popular? Oh, what's BNB? Let's check that out. Let me look at the yearly on it, or the all-time on it. I mean, so if they compare the two charts, they're going to think what? Oh, it's without doing any further stuff. They're just going to say, oh, look, it was really low and then went up and down and it stayed here. And then HEX kind of did the same thing, except it went up faster, I guess. I guess that maybe their conclusion on that. But it's 265. That's a good point too. They look at that 265 and they see two cents. Do they think opportunity, or do they think penny stock? Or somewhere in between. Never know on that. Okay, so we went through price. Let's see. Wayback Machine, very cool stuff. I'm just gonna trim some of the fat here. We haven't got to Richard yet. Where are we at? 33 minutes. Okay. So here's the HEX website. I think the website is like really good for. I mean, just looking at it, it's very impressive. It really is. I mean, it's got a chart here. It's got everything. No, it's everything that would look good in that way. And if I have Ethereum, I can trade for it right here. Very, very beautiful. Love the gradients and the color schemes and the flying hexagons. But let's go back to, let's see. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, that must be the founder, right? Oh my gosh, 149K subs. I click here. And the first video that plays is why HEX is the fastest appreciating. That could be impressive on Earth. Oops. On Earth. Kind of naming the planet gives it significance too. And then I'm like, oh, who's this guy? Let me click on his stuff. What is his past streams? 11K and pray. Oh, okay. So he does price predictions and stuff. And okay, so maybe he knows technical analysis. He has a sneaker. Did he sign that sneaker? Did he does he have a shoe company? That actually is like really good advertising. My brain is going towards, does he have a shoe deal? Like, this guy looks pretty legit, right? So we're going to go Richard, and then we're going to type in, actually, I haven't seen any. Let's go back here in a minute. By the way, that thumbnail, this one, that face, one of my favorite faces of Richard. I've seen a lot of his faces, and this is one of my funny. Did he pose for that, or did they literally just get on the right frame to get that? How do you even make that face on purpose? It's just fantastic. Yeah, you guys have to appreciate the cool stuff that comes out of this. Let's see, Hex Crypto. Okay, I'm gonna scroll through. First page. Okay, we got one. We got one thing that says, "Oh, scam." Oh, let me check on this. Let me look at this and see what's up, because I was very impressed by the first page here. Guy has a lot of followers. May have a shoe deal. I don't know. But then the 5th, 6th, 7th result on here on Bybit is, what is HEX? So we're gonna take a look at that. Had RH ever mentioned concern over ISO? I don't know what that is. I don't know, Sniff. I don't know what that is. ISO is ISO, is it? Or like real quick. 222. I know it's a standard. I don't know what standard it is. Let's do the layman's terms. Electronic exchange. Okay, something about that. I don't know. I don't. I'm talking this. Anyway, I'm trying to just go through what a normal person, a crypto person who's researching would look at this. But I mean, I guess if it came up, they would look into it. But I don't know. Give me a reference for that, Sniff. If you got like some concrete article, we can, take a look at it. What is HEX? Crypto scam or great investment? At least they did some, fair and balanced. Oh, this is a new article too. Wow. 2022. At least they did a little bit fair. I mean, they could have put great investment first, I guess, but everybody, scam gets the click, so that's what they go with. They're gonna read this. Oh, what is HEX? Okay, yeah, that's the thing I saw. The guy he looked pretty cool. Tons of followers, stuff. Proof of weight protocol. Okay. To receive interest payments, you got to wait a certain period of time. Okay. Now I'm thinking, like, is it some sort of like waiting game? Is that? So as soon as I see the article starts with, they're scamming the title in some way, it starts like flickering a little bit. Okay. Where is it? Now my scam detector is going off a little bit. Okay. All interest payments are made. Annual inflation, 3.6. Okay. That's not 40% APY. Hence stakers. Oh, okay, that's why they'll earn only 10% of stake. Hence stakers earn. Okay, so most people aren't staking. That's why the API is so high. So okay, 1 + 1 there. Okay. Amount of HEX a holder can earn depends on how much they stake. That seems reasonable. 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. This is turning out to be a nicer article than I went into it thinking. Okay. And it's the 6th result, maybe something like that, on the Google page. That's so a lot of people must be seeing it. I wonder if you can see how many clicks there are from a page on Google. Maybe there's some Google Analytics for that. That'd be interesting. Because there's another, the most well-researched HEX article, which I don't agree with the premise on WantFi. That article is really good research, but the conclusion is, HEX bad. So I don't agree with the conclusion, obviously, but I was curious to see. I bet that's on the second page, which we'll click at and see. But most people, if it's on the second page, most people aren't going to look at it anyway. So unless they're really deep diving here, yeah, is it a good investment scam? Even official website. Okay. Why the heck's being an investment? Oh my God. So the guy sent some spam back in 2000. Even when I read that, I'm just like, is that all? Like, did he do anything else? He sent some spam. Is there, like, doesn't that happen all the time or something? Taxes. Again, tactics that a scam might use includes referral bonuses. Why are you referencing? Okay. Tone it down, Max. Be objective here. What's a get rich quick scheme that they're referencing here? What does that mean? Then I go to Elio Trades. HEX intentionally advertise like BitConnect, same crowd. See, if I don't know what BitConnect is, because let's say I wasn't around the last thing, then I'm probably not even going to search for that. Unless I'm really curious, I'm probably not even going to Google for that. I don't know, man. Big problem in my view. Design to go up 10,000% seems like you like as a new person to crypto trying to figure this out. Things that are designed to go up 10,000%. I don't think my scam detector goes off. They're like, oh, this guy knows how to make money. Apparently, he designed products to do that. Stuff is bad for industry long term. If I'm researching this, I'm probably not thinking long term. So that sentence doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know. I'm not very convinced it's a scam from this thing. Maybe because they put it so lightly. Maybe if I read it and appreciate Elio Trades, not being 110%. Calling it. This is from 2022. See, then I'm going to see it's from 2020 and be like, whoa, that's really old. I'm not going to look at that. That's one thing a person might do. So I'm still scrolling. HEX says use case. I think the first thing that comes to mind is, does anything have any use case? I mean, other than companies that I keep losing money in stocks in, as that person reading this. Ponzi scheme, but I've seen no proof. See, they put this as the last one. So I'm like, I haven't seen none of this other stuff made me have the conclusion scam. So like, why would this last one, who just seems like they're just piling on at this point? And then they tell me where to buy it. They must not think it's a scam because they tell me where to buy it. Aim to revolutionize. So I'm actually okay with this article. I'm not the Hexkin that'll be like, okay, reverting back to Hexkin for a minute, long-time Hexkin. I'm not the type of person who'd be like, oh, I hate this article because it doesn't say everything good about Hex. I'm like, no, actually, I have respect for good writing and people having their own opinions, even if their opinions are not saying everything nice about Hex. So I appreciate objective discussions and people having their own opinions. That doesn't bother me at all. So good, article. I mean, this article makes Hex look good overall, honestly. Even though they bring out the red flags, it's like, it still makes Hex look pretty good. So I'm not unconvinced about this article, I'll say. Just looking at chat for a second. Oh, supposedly replace Swift. Oh, okay. Interesting. I did not know about that. That's an ISO 222 supposed. Okay. Cool sniff. Closer we get to 11K, the more new people buy. Still plenty of people waiting on. If they have money, man. If they have money, Danny. I hope people aren't. A lot of people are losing their jobs out there, and without job means less money. So I'm hoping the retail is buying, but crypto in general, but I don't know. I don't think we've, the entire thing is not financial advice, obviously, but I'm not hearing. I've heard some people say we bought them, but what market, right? Crypto, stocks, macros haven't bottomed, right? Like there's still a war thing going on. So, it's up YouTuber stress ISO. Okay. Thanks for the information, Steph. That's interesting. I would like to speak to the manager of HEX. Funny enough, Cabana, what's up, man? That's probably one of the things I would do. We'll get to that too after I scroll through the article real quick. Actually, I'm just going to go to the first page because most people only went to the first page. I will tell you that WantFi article, very well researched. Don't agree with the conclusion. I'm not going to post it. You can just type in WantFi and find it. But next thing, let's see. Not manager, but I would be like CEO. I find some kind of HEX stress on LinkedIn, which is totally different. Who is the owner of HEX? See, this is not getting me. Who owner? Okay, so now I finally get HEX crypto. Okay, now I'm going to see all this stuff. How did Richard Hart get rich? Richard Rose promised after creating a number of successful enterprises. Dude, blazing, man. This guy sounds like my guy. I want to follow a guy who is super rich and he's a philanthropist. I'm liking it right now. I'm liking it. How old is HEX coin? And it's not failed yet. I haven't seen any failure articles. 3 years old, hasn't failed. Is it built on Ethereum? Ooh, Ethereum is the thing. I've heard of that. That's something I've heard of, and it's built on that. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Will Coinbase ever support HEX? Oh my gosh, look at this affirmations. This affirmations. Coinbase is colluding with the HEX community right now via Google. Look at that. Coinbase wallet supports it. Legit. Is HEX profitable? HEX spiked 40% in 30 days. These are articles, I'm telling you, you see Watcher.guru articles come up. This is why, because, it's not Forbes, it's not New York Times, it's not all these big magazines. But when people search for these questions and these things pop up like this, that's giving people the information that to make it look like a good coin right there. And that's what it is a good coin. That's what we want them to see. I can revert back to I'm just a crypto person searching right now. I'm going in and out between me and not that personality. But I'll try to stay on target here. They got Richard Hart. Oh, here's Wikipedia. He has his own Wikipedia. Oh, it's not Wikipedia, it's Wikitia, but it looks just like Wikipedia, so probably cool. Why does it look like a magician? Maybe he did some magician stuff. I've had friends who have said once he changes, because he had it on there forever, and that I've heard that was a turnoff. Was he looks like a magician? Magicians aren't. I wouldn't say magicians. Nothing against magicians, but I wouldn't say the realm of things that come to mind when you think of trustworthy people. So I think changing that up, putting all the fancy clothes and stuff. It certainly helped. I think it helped. Manager said buy more Ethereum. That could be what's going through the mind right now. feel like HEX gets listed on exchange, it could easily get fed in exchange. Yeah, that's something that Richard's been saying on this basis is we're not listed on any of these exchanges, so none of the HEX gets stolen. Exchanges go down when they get hacked, when they get bankrupt, whatever. Nobody loses HEX, but if we get on more exchanges, that could be threatened. So, anyway, I'm gonna wrap up here in a minute, everyone. But I'm still scrolling down as this person. So far, I have a very good opinion of HEX. Looking at this, I don't see any red flags that I would really care about after seeing all the good stuff and all the reputation value and all the stuff here. Now I start seeing him. He looks very professional. Apparently he's got like a watch thing going on. There's some guy whose career got ended on stream. My favorite quote from the interview is, he's like, "Oh, it's going to go to zero, mate." And then Richard's like, "It's going to go to zero, mate." And then he says, it's so funny. I love Australian people too, by the way. I love one of my favorite accents, but that I don't remember his name anymore. There's been so much going on last year. But I see that he, again, person researching, I see that he probably did some bad stuff, and Richard realigned him. He looks like he spoke at a conference here in 2019. Again, he's been around for a while. He's did these interviews. I see CNBC on here. I don't even know if that's an interview with him on it because it's got the guy from Civic. Anybody remember Civic, by the way? Remember Civic? That was like part of the 2016 deal. It's supposed to be super successful, but never heard much about it after that. Anyways, I see him doing a bunch of interviews with people. I see a ton of references. I don't know what delegitimizes HEX right now. Like, look at this. I didn't even click on the. Let's see. Let's click on news real quick. Oh, I can see SEC seen an influence promoting HEX. Oh, but actually, the first thing I think of is interesting, but don't they like that? Actually, FTX, funny enough, makes me think of, it's just another, all of crypto is getting hit with this stuff. The crypto, it kind of blends in a way. That's kind of what makes me think of. It makes me think, even when I see the SEC's thing, it's, it blends in, and it's not, subpoena stuff isn't against HEX or HEX CEO or HEX anything like that. It's against, other people who, whatever, promoters or something like that. So it doesn't even, as person searching for all this research stuff, it doesn't even strike me as like, why would I? And it even mentions FTX here. It mentions it. So it's like, I kind of loop it all in at that point of, there's, the markets are always are failing right now. Of course, regulation, blah, blah, blah is going to, I'll expect stuff like that. That's what my researcher thing is going right now. Plunges. Okay. That makes me think, ooh, what's happening now? Watch a group plunges. And then maybe I click on that. Longevity. As an average person, probably not going to click around. FTX. Yeah, see, it's all kind of blends in right there. Yeah. Images. I probably wouldn't click on that if I'm really researching, but videos, and then I'll probably click on one of these videos. And then I see founder of HEX is the first one. Cool. Maybe I click on that. I'll probably click on this one because of he's got that YouTube face. I'll probably click on that. And then if I actually watched it, I would understand how Richard's one of the smartest people in the world and how that's clickbait title. Then I go to his Twitter. We'll wrap up on this. I'll go to his Twitter. That looks pretty cool. That's a baller bag. Almost said purse. Baller bag right there. Does that light up? Is that like LEDs? Like how does that? Is it flashing it? Because it's nighttime. So how is it lit up like that? That's pretty cool. His last name is Win. Apparently, no. That's I would feel weird about it if it was lose. So Win can't be anything but good on that. World's largest diamond. The guy owns the world's largest diamond. He cannot be a loser. World's largest diamond. Quickest Ferrari. Oh my gosh, I like cars too. Expensive Rolex ever made. The dude is super rich, and he does crypto stuff, and he does charity, and he won't message me back because he's too busy. Like, the followers, amazing. I think I'm sold. I think this hex.com is it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good.